It was 200 years ago today. France's King, Charles X, formally recognizing the independence of Haiti, independence from France that had been earned in a bloody war of independence 2 decades earlier. In exchange, though, Port-au-Prince's new authorities agreeing to crippling compensation. There are varying numbers, but it's an estimated 30 billion euros in today's money, say some economists. Well, the French president for this 200th anniversary, recognizing the injustice of that compensation and naming a joint commission of historians to evaluate the price of freedom. He stopped shy for now, Emmanuel Macron, of talking about reparations. Caroline Baum has more.
On April 17, 1825, France recognized Haitian independence in exchange for 150 million gold francs, a huge sum at the time, in what it called compensation for former colonists. It immediately plunged the newly independent nation into suffocating debt. 200 years later, Haiti is one of the most dangerous countries in the world, where people regularly fall victim to looting and attacks in an ongoing gang war. Frustrated Haitians took to the street Wednesday in Port-au-Prince, a city 85% controlled by gangs.
Haitian people want to see development. We've been waiting for it for a long time. We see that gangs are everywhere. We're going to storm the Prime Minister's office. The Presidential Council is keeping the country and the population hostage.
Haiti, ruled by a transitional government since the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in 2021, has been plagued by gang violence for years. Protesters are demanding protection by the government from the brutality that has killed thousands and left over 1 million homeless. The UN says the situation is only getting worse.
There are now 1 million people who've been displaced. I had the chance to see some of the humanitarian sites, the sites for the displaced people in the capital, and you just see thousands of people who are stacked one on top of the other in very, very tight quarters.
The Haitian government announced a war budget of $275,000 Monday, primarily slated for police reinforcement, but also for small-scale social programs. The UN has called for over $650 million to address the humanitarian situation in Haiti. But funding is few and far between, especially in the context of recent cuts to American foreign aid.
And for more, let's go to Haiti's capital. Etienne Côté-Paluck is editor-in-chief of Haiti Weekly and Haiti Magazine. Thank you for speaking with us here on France 24.
My pleasure.
So, any reactions yet to this naming of a joint commission of historians to revisit what happened with the compensation that was paid by over a century and a half by Haiti?
All the eyes of Haiti was on France today, and all the newspaper this morning announcing that there was going to be this big announcement by the President Macron. So today, yes, it seems like it's a pathway that is starting to emerge out of something that was denied by France for a long time. Now that the president of the country finally takes amends and say that it was a mistake is a big step here in Haiti. But still, the people are waiting for concrete measures, especially in a country where like you said, the security situation is so dire right now, and the international force that is supposed to help the police, the local police, in combating the different criminal groups surrounding the capital is really underfinanced and understaffed, under-equipped. So it's a kind of a dire, a weird contrast that we see today, that finally France recognized that they has this big debt against the country, against Haiti, that has been there illegally, that has been put in place illegally by the colonists, and that was for 125 years really took the country down up until mid 20th century. And since then, we see all the consequences of all that. So at least we talk about it, still no numbers. That's what Haitians are waiting for. But still, it's a step forward. And now we're going to wait to see if the Americans are going to do the same, because they also stole money from Haiti. They stole the central bank. It's going to be 100 years in a few years from now.
And it's a chapter of history that's rarely, if not never, talked about here in France, Etienne. It's only been coming to light recently, and we remember all of us this incident 10 years ago. The then French president, François Hollande, travels to the region. He goes to the French overseas island of Guadeloupe. He makes a speech for the marking of the inauguration of a museum to slavery, where he said, and I quote, "When I will come to Haiti, it'll be my turn to settle up the debt that we have." Standing ovation, and he's forced to retract because people thought the French were going to pay reparations.
That's what everybody thought here in Haiti. They thought that it was going to finally getting somewhere, finally getting a retribution for what France has stolen the country here in Haiti. And it was a big disappointment. And since even 20 years ago, the beginning of the 2000, when the then president talked about it, it was a big diplomatic issue that was talked about in different embassies. So even though it was always something difficult for France to admit. It was something difficult because if you admit it, then you kind of agree that you owe something to the country, and that's what they didn't want to do. That's probably why he retracted himself in 2016, Hollande. But nowadays, that this is a really symbolic day for Haitians. It's been 200 years, 125 years that they were forced to pay that debt. And now at least the colonizer agrees that it was something illegal, that's something that shouldn't have been done, because they, just to make it clear, they had to pay back for their own freedom. So it was the people here in Haiti that had to pay the colonizer for their own freedom because they were slaves, enslaved by France, and they said they needed reparation because of that, and they forced Haiti to sign this pact. They bring different ships surrounding the island in 1825 to pressure the government to make sure that they accept, seeing that they didn't have the power to push them back. So they had to agree to this thing that really here in Haiti feels like something that is due to the people. Like you said, about 30 billions that is owed to Haiti with interest. So it probably is even more. So how are you going to get to a number? And that's what this commission is going to try to assert. And now we're going to wait their conclusions. Something that has been criticized here in Haiti is that it's a binational commission, which means it's good that some Haitian historian might be part of it, but still they have their conclusions that will be given to both countries when we're all waiting for France's decision on that.
And the question is, of course, when. Etienne Côté-Paluck, many thanks for joining us here on France 24.